572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Memories don't live like people do.
Rev-Up St. Lucia is turning 2 and we're celebrating big on Saturday, October 11th. It's the Rev-Up St. Lucia 2nd anniversary old school dance. And this year, we dedicate this celebration to the memory of the legend Tony Ball. Forever part of the Rev-Up family and forever in our hearts. We're taking over Sandals Golf and Country Club from 8 p.m. Admission just $50. And listen to this. 6 lucky patrons will each win
$500.
Plus dinners for 2 courtesy Sandals Halcyon, a day pass and meals from the Bellevue Hotel, a brand new smartphone from The Cell, and a spa treatments from Salua's Escape Day Spa on the decks. DJ Shortman and the old school master himself, Andre Paul. This is the anniversary dance you can't miss. Rev Up 95.9. We're 2 years strong and just getting started.
Saturday, October 11th. Up next, Hard Drive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Paradise, and Joseph Shipping. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours, efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency. Seafood Wednesday nights continue every Wednesday at the Mangrove at JJ's Paradise. Come get your seafood boil, grilled lobster, grilled fish, seafood Alfredo, seafood kebabs, and seafood pizza. Side dishes include seasoned rice, mashed potato, and tossed salad. Remember to always check JJ's Paradise at the Mangrove Marigo Bay for Seafood Wednesday nights. A special treat awaits you.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X. Welcome to Hard Drive for today, Monday, the 22nd of September. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host of the show, none other than the lovely Kina. Kina, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre Paul. How are you doing? How was your weekend?
My weekend was a little challenging, I must admit. I shall explain.
Okay.
I shall explain. So, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good, actually. Mine was good. I was good.
Yeah?
And also, good morning to our viewers and listeners, DBS, X, Facebook,
yeah.
and YouTube as well. Thank you so much for joining and listening.
Thanks for reminding us that we're on TBS as well. I always remember, but today I forgot.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Okay. So, before we get into other matters, let me just remind our listeners that we have your favorite meals being prepared for you right now at the Thomas O Bread Place. Today is going to be nice, as always.
On the menu.
Stew chicken, stew backs with ground provisions, dumplings, lentils, and tossed salad.
So the dumplings on the side, right?
Yes,
Oh my
of
God.
course. Yes. So stew chicken, stew backs with ground provisions, dumpling, as my grandmother would say, dunklings.
Oh my goodness.
Dunklings, lentils, one of my favorite peas.
Fiber.
That's right. My grandmother loved the black eyed peas. Yeah.
I love lentils, actually.
Yeah. It
I
tastes
really
a little like what? The black eyed peas is a little dry sometimes, but it has a nice flavor.
Yeah, if they do it softly, really soft. It has that creamy texture.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's my grandmother's favorite. Yeah, the black-eyed peas. But I love all peas. I love all of them. Yeah,
Me,
they're
yellow
great.
peas and me don't mix.
You're serious?
Everything
Yellow,
else fine.
green,
Yellow,
green, black, brown. It doesn't matter. Peas, boy, that thing's loaded with fiber.
Yeah.
Just what the stuff that we need for the good
I've been
gut
upping
health.
my intake of peas thanks to you, and it's really working. So thank you.
Good. Yes. I think sitting on the toilet should be pleasurable.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
definitely
Should
is
be
without my
pleasurable.
phone, of course.
Yeah, I spend about five minutes in there.
Really?
Most times, yeah, about 5 minutes, and I'm done.
Okay.
And people who are close to me say it's a pleasure going in there after I'm done.
I wasn't ready. That's a good thing though, because sometimes some people do, and when you go in, it's like, oh, you really can't stay. You have to come out. Ugh.
Let me ask you, if that, I'm not saying that's the case with you. If that's the case, maybe with your boyfriend one day, all are you going after him?
Oh
He's
man,
like,
I'll
my
maybe
God.
try to get him to do a push or something.
Does that turn you off?
Not really. I mean, when the smell kind of gets to you, but then I think farting is worse. Especially when it just comes out of nowhere and the person does it deliberately. I think that's worse. Far worse.
It's awful.
It's awful.
Don't ever try that with me. And some people get so comfortable with each other, they just do
You
that.
just do that anyhow.
mad, isn't it?
Just imagine you visiting someone and the person is preparing you a meal and boop. Whilst it's there, you're like all of a sudden, right?
Accidentally, we can understand, right? Maybe the person is sleeping or something. and it-
Right.
But
yes.
to know you're
But to
alive
know
and
you,
kicking.
You don't excuse yourself, or you just drop it. Nah. I can't. Nah.
That just ain't cool. Just ain't cool. So anyway, please enjoy to the max the stewed chicken, the stew backs with ground provisions, the dumplings, the lentils, and the tossed salad. And don't forget usual sea moss flavors, which include coconut, ginger, peanut, and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flax seeds and chia seeds. All the good stuff available at the Tomaso Bread Place. All right. So yes, Kina. Anything you want to mention before we move on?
I need help at my home right now.
Okay.
An insect killer,
An insect killer.
Terminator.
So you don't stock those things?
No, mine finished. And imagine that I got up maybe about after 5 this morning. I went to use the washroom. I'm coming back to pray, and so Snow always like, okay, mommy, she's right next to me, and I just see this thing moving. So I thought it was a roach. So I jumped out of bed. Gosh, guess what it was?
You tell me.
A centipede. Let me tell you. Oh my God. I'm like, and it ran. It went under the pillow, and Snow saw it
So
as well.
a massive one or a little
A
thing?
big thing. And I'm like trying to get it, and I'm like, check me, I have a cutlass in the bedroom, right?
You want to give it pal kutla?
Yeah. So I grabbed the cutlass right
pakutla.
from behind the thingy, and Snow is looking at me like, you can't use this. And we're looking for it together, and eventually Snow was like, I'm not good there. I want to go outside. The dog cried so much. It went outside and it left me inside looking for the thing.
Snow is a old coward.
Then it came back inside, right? Next thing I know, I'm looking around. It went into all the flower pots, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that it was looking for it, but we haven't found it yet. I didn't stay in the
Wow.
bedroom.
So it's still at the
It's
house? now?
somewhere, because I pulled the bed aside and I looked and I just can't find it.
Yeah, I think the centipedes they usually try to get out of the residence as quickly as possible.
Well, that one didn't, eh?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying eventually. That's from my
Better.
experience.
I hope when I go
The
home, it's
cockroaches
not
is the one I want to hang around. The cockroaches once they arrive there, home.
Oh
this
my
is
gosh,
home.
home.
Yeah,
I
cockroaches.
hate the flying ones. Ugh.
Oh man, you're so
Man.
right. You're
Oh,
so
my
right.
word.
I can't stand them. I don't know
I
why
hate
these things were
cockroaches. I hate-
ever created.
They all have a purpose,
Yeah.
They
Well,
all have a purpose. Just imagine you somewhere, right? Walking in town or maybe somewhere, and you try to get something out of your bag, and boom, a cockroach sharpie. I want that sharpie.
let me tell you, these things. I've had some bad experiences.
With cockroaches?
Yeah, I remember long time ago, when I used to sleep out.
Okay, I need to listen. I need to hear this first.
Used
Okay,
to
I'm not
sleep
going to
out.
laugh anymore.
Sleep out. I remember I'd be on the bed. You know, and a cockroach would come and just walk on my face.
What?
I used to hate that. I used to hate those things. And you know, you fly, you jump because I feel so strange.
Yes, it does. It really, really. And the smell.
And the smell.
Oh, oh my word.
It smells awful.
It smells awful.
Shit, like they discharge this odor.
Yeah.
Because they realize that you onto them.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
they try and put you off. I can't stand those things. So I always have insecticide next to me or my slipper.
Remember back in the
No
day
mercy.
as children, right? If you had a little bump or something on your lip, upper lip, your friends would say, "Oh, what about photo?"
Cockroach kiss you. Cockroach kiss you. Or they say, they say, what they say, a rat will come on your bed
yes.
and blow on your toe. And eat your toe, and you don't know.
The things you heard when you were.
mean,
oh
really.
my word!
I mean, think of that. A rat will climb the bed, blow on your toe. I don't know where they
I
blow
don't
it.
know how.
I don't know where they
They're
blow it.
evil, but I don't know.
Blow on your toe until it eats the toe. Right? You don't feel anything.
Oh my god!
And you believe those things.
Yeah, we do actually.
What?
We do.
What? Oh, you ever heard that one? If you walk if you walk in past the cemetery, don't point.
Oh yeah.
Because your finger
will rot.
or rot.
Or if you see something or you take a funny scent around you, don't throw anything because you're gonna get a callot or something.
And I remember one time I was passing by the cemetery, and then they're telling a friend of mine who was much older than me, so and so was buried there. So and so was buried there. She said, "Me boy, bite your finger, boy, bite your finger."
Did you do it?
If I bite it,
Oh my gosh!
and I asked her, I said to her, "Did I bite it hard enough?" Did I bite it hard enough? She said, "Me bite it harder." And I see she's there laughing
Oh
away.
my gosh!
And let me tell you, for years, I thought this was true.
Me too.
I'd be passing by the cemetery and make sure my hands in another direction. For years. Until one day, I remember one day I said, "You see this thing? That has to stop." That has to stop.
you know.
So I say, "You see me? I pointed today. I pointed. And I pointed at the cemetery, right?
And you looked
And
at your
all day
finger.
long, and I waited to see if it's going to rot.
Oh my gosh!
So from that day, I knew that was a myth.
What really has me is that, you know, I've always been told as a kid, you know, some of my friends jokingly, that when you go into a cemetery, something always follows you.
Yeah, a ghost. A ghost.
So when you get home, you have to turn facing outside.
Oh, yes. I
Oh
heard
my
that.
gosh. Listen, you have to give your back. Oh my God, the things we did, let me tell you, for years I did that. You know, I'm like, every time I get home from a funeral or something, I'm turning the other way. Jeez,
Yeah, you
man.
believe those things, man.
Yeah, man.
Because the things that said to you with such conviction.
Mhm.
Anyway.
Oh, my word.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about some other things that are really, really, I mean, more, you know, just as important as what we're talking about there. You know, we're getting set. Oh, by the way, would you mind reading
Oh, yes.
the
Oh,
script
sure.
for Tony's funeral arrangements?
We respectfully invite you to join us in commemorating the life of Tony Paul, who passed away on Saturday, September 6th. Tony was a source of joy and warmth to all who knew him, and we will honor his memory with a gathering that reflects the care and love he brought into our lives. The funeral service will take place on Friday, which is this Friday, September 26th at 2 p.m. at Our Lady of the Rosemary of Fatima Church in Leclerc. A private cremation will follow on Saturday, September 27th at Rambali's Funeral Parlor. Friends and family are cordially invited to attend as we remember and celebrate Tony in his many roles: beloved brother, brother-in-law, significant other, uncle, friend, and colleague. We sincerely appreciate your kind thoughts and condolences and prayers during this challenging time.
Tony had a relationship with, I believe, all my children. He knew Abina, Hassani, Nairobi. Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
And they loved him.
They
A
heard.
nice relationship with him. Yeah.
I can't.
So,
that's tough.
Yeah, so I did all the finals for Tony's funeral on this coming Friday. Remember, it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at the Clary Church. I don't think there's going to be room for everybody there, to be honest with you.
I don't think so.
I think that place is going to be jam-packed.
And outside as well.
Yeah, outside.
Traffic is going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. In
Yeah,
fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that. So I think when I leave here today, I'll have to find out from the police exactly
Right.
how we
Can make
organize.
arrangements and to organize everything.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I hadn't addressed that one as yet. Anyway, so I did, as I said, what was supposed to be done in preparation for his funeral. So everything was going, and I said, hey boy, this past weekend, I'm going to relax myself at my house because I've not had a chance to really relax since his passing, right? Imagine I had some visitors on Saturday, and two of my old friends and his as well. They came to visit. You know how long they stayed at my house?
No.
Almost 5 hours.
Oh, wow.
Almost 5 hours.
Aw.
I hadn't seen them in quite a while.
So catching up was
it
really
was nice,
good
you know,
too. Yeah.
them being there and catching up and so on. They know Tony very, very, very,
Right.
very well, and I mean I know them very well myself. And you know, it's amazing. Sometimes Tony starts friendships with a particular person, and I will take over.
Yeah, I remember him saying that one time.
I take over. So the
air.
friends now kind of cling to me, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and I guess because of maybe similar interests.
Right.
That's why that happens.
That would happen sometimes, yeah.
So I said, well, you know, let me, you know, take it easy, do all the things I love to do to make me happy and so on. One of them was, you know, playing down south on the weekend. I was in Labrie.
How's that?
It was not what we had anticipated. I think the community of Labrie, I don't know, maybe they need to have a lot more activities to so they can get into a vibe where they tend, you know, to
They
go
come out
out.
more.
Yeah.
Right.
Because in the city, I mean, up north, I mean, St. Lucians go out a lot, right, to have a good time. You have, let me see, Soufre for sure.
Yeah.
Right? People go out. You have Chauzel. People go out a lot. Vieux-Fort, people go out a lot in Vieux-Fort. But Labrie, it's a little iffy. It's a little iffy.
They're really close knit, but there's not much happening. So when they do, it has to be something that really brings them out, I guess.
I
or
think so.
advertised properly, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. So it was not all that. All right, I must admit that. So anyway, I was with my friend Anthony. So we, of course, eventually got home. I think I got home like probably minutes to 3, somewhere around there.
Whoa.
And because remember, it's all the way down south, so it takes us an hour. Well, in my case, an hour plus to get back to the city. So anyway, so I got home. I sat on the chair as I normally do. I watched a little TV and stuff. And of course, I dozed off as usual. I think I probably got up like around maybe 4:30, and then I went inside. So about 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm hearing this knocking on my window. Now, anytime you see my neighbor knocks on my window, it is because it is something important. So I was in a deep sleep there, right? And I heard her saying, Andre, they robbed Tony's house.
No way.
Yes, way.
What? Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. When I heard that, I said, oh my, Missy, way, Missy. I said, I just decided to relax myself. Now I have to deal with another challenge, another issue. So somebody or some bodies, right, decided to go to Tony's home while, you know, maybe I was out. I don't know what time it actually happened. Because when I got home, I didn't go to check to see if the house was, you know, was burglarized. I just didn't do that.
I didn't think of it.
I didn't think so. I figured who'd do something like that. In fact, that was never on my mind.
I don't think it would be.
Yeah. So anyway, when I went across, I saw the door. The door was open, and they took all the goodies.
Oh.
Yeah, or should I say they stole all the goodies. Anything that had any real value there, yeah, it was stolen.
What?
Yeah, I think the furniture was left, and you know, listen, the person or persons, they ransacked the entire place. Every cupboard open. They even ate food. Looked like they ate stuff that was there.
I mean,
yeah, because you saw the remnants of stuff.
The family is grieving at this. I mean, come on, man. Like, why?
They
Things
don't care.
angers you, but again, you know, it always comes back. Karma. As much as you get into that space of feeling angry and why did you know that it's going to come back. And I hope they're found. I hope.
Now, listen to that. Before I left, I said to my neighbor, one of the best neighbors you can ever have, Josie, I said to her, make sure you put on there's a light at the back of the house. Okay, so make sure you put that on for me And that was it, because we figure if anybody's going to try something, maybe it's at the back of the house, but not the front.
Oh.
You know why? Because there's a street light there that is extremely bright.
Right.
That street light is bright. And for the person to go into the house, they broke the front glass. You know, they have the glass thingy on the door. They broke that and opened the door.
No way.
After breaking it. Yeah. And I'm saying that person had to be, you know, carrying stuff outside.
Someone had to
And
see
without
them.
any fear that somebody will
boldly
see you, because it's bright out there.
Man.
And that individual or individuals, I suspect probably individuals,
Indeed, it's more
because
than
to
one
carry
person.
everything there. Yeah, Tony
More
had a
than one
massive
Yeah,
flat
it's
screen
more than
TV
one
there.
person.
Yeah, so they stole quite a few things.
Oh my word.
Okay. Yeah, imagine. And by the way, folks, my son Zen is in St. Lucia. By the way, he's going to be here live this afternoon from 3 instead of the usual from Barbados. So Zen will be here all week, God willing, from 3 until 5, doing his stuff there on Rev-Up.
Good morning, Zen.
So,
Welcome.
Zen was supposed to stay at his home. That was the plan. And of course, you know, after that,
Zen
you don't feel
no,
comfortable.
No, you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah,
being
and of
there.
course that just now put me off again.
Yeah.
Then we had to go, you know, find a hotel for him and this sort of thing. These people don't realize what they do
It's a ripple effect, you know.
and what they cause.
And what, yeah.
Right? My entire
The
day, I tell you, my
inconvenience.
entire day, right, was focused on this thing, because we had to call the police. The police, of course, had to come when they're able to.
When they're
Right? So they eventually came and stuff and took pics and all kind of thing, asked a whole bunch of questions. Right, the usual thing. But so my entire
Oh,
day,
boy.
you know, and then other members of my family were coming in, so I had to go and pick them up.
Pick them up and now have to pass on and say, hey, this happened.
Yeah.
And, oh my word. Ugh.
So, folks, you heard right. My brother's home was burglarized.
That's just shocking.
There's CCTV footage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, because Tony's best friend, he had set it up for Tony. So now we're looking to go through the footage, and not hopefully, we will see
Okay, perfect.
who did that. So that person, you know, they will get them. The police will get them.
Yeah.
So the police now, I'm waiting for the footage. And I mean, you can run. You probably,
But you
if you
can't.
listen to you hear what I'm saying, you can run, but you can't hide. Okay? Plus, we already have our suspicions anyway. Okay? As to who that person may be.
Okay.
But, you know, I just say to myself, when you do that,
What do you gain from it?
well, of course they gain.
They gain from it because they're going back to sell it. But again, if you're caught, what happens? Think about what you're doing. Think about the consequences of. A lot of times they don't. They just figure, you know what? The spur of the moment, I need this. I'm going to make money from it, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. And the people who purchase items from individuals, you know where they're coming from. You know.
They don't care.
Oh my word.
They think that they're getting a deal.
You want crimes solved, right? You want robberies and burglaries solved, right? That's one way. Just don't purchase it.
They only want crime. Those people, the lawbreakers, only want crime solved when it's not them, when they're not involved. When somebody steals from them, they're very angry. They are extremely angry. Okay? I remember there was a particular bad boy many years ago, right? When he wanted police protection, he was making a lot of noise for the police to come and protect him. Oh
can
yeah,
imagine.
oh yeah. But when he was doing what he was doing,
He wasn't.
that was cool. Okay? So the people you see who encourage this kind of foolishness, they don't like it when people come and rob them. But they will encourage those who are robbing others now so they can get a nice deal. How do you feel? You know, imagine how you
every
feel
one of us have
to know
a role to
you
play
have a
in
TV in
something
your house.
that doesn't was
It
stolen.
was stolen. How you feel about something like that? You know, you can just, you know, put that in the back of your head somewhere
you know,
and move
they
on.
start charging them too for purchasing
Not,
stolen
not,
items.
not just charging them, letting the public know
Who they were.
that this is an example.
Yes.
Right? They don't have to. We don't have to mention any names or give show any faces. Just say these are people who were caught. We have news. X was caught with stolen goods,
Yes.
and here's what happened to them.
Right.
Until you see we don't
You
get
might
that.
say, hey, I didn't know, but still, it gets out there that, hey, that was stolen and we found it at this person's home or that person purchased it. You learn your lesson. Don't purchase items, stolen items. You're not going to know, but it would send a strong message. Can I have the receipt for the items? Can I have this? You'll ask for information to say that this belongs to you before me purchasing it.
Do you think that this is widespread in St. Lucia? People purchasing stolen property. Do you think that's widespread?
Not as before. I think years ago, yeah, but now I think people are a little bit more skeptical. You know, they would ask, but it still happens, but it's not as rampant as before.
Yeah, and you know, it starts with little things. Somebody you know doesn't own any property.
It's not with mangoes, guavas.
Thank you.
All of that. Green bananas or ripe bananas or something like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you know the person doesn't own property. So once a person comes to you, respectfully, because you understand sometimes, you understand the situation. These are fellas maybe, and they're not really like known to be thieves per se.
So on,
it's just that they're trying to survive and they will take something from somebody's
some
property.
people do allow some of them to pick stuff from their tree and go sell it. Some people do, but you just never know. Yeah.
Yeah, so when somebody comes with you, any kind of thing like that, as you said there, mangoes, as you said, guavas, things like that, just tell them move from there. You know, well, I wouldn't say move from there. I mean, that's not the right thing to say because that would not be nice. But, you know, make sure you're firm, and you say to them that, you know, you're not interested. So you're sending a message to the person that, you know, you won't tolerate theft. I hope that's not getting in your way of your face on some of the shots.
Is it?
Let me see what happens when you add the change. Okay, I think it's all right. It can pass for now. That's fine. So thank you very much. We don't know who sent it. This
Gigi.
is. Oh, okay, Gigi Bonet. Is that Gigi Bonet?
Gina. I can't remember her surname now.
Let me just.
But
check
Gigi,
that.
one of Tony's closest friends.
I know there's a Gigi Bonet. Says that.
No, not Gigi Bonet.
Deepest sympathy to the management and staff of Rev-Up St. Lucia from Gigi. Oh, in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, love you all. Thank you very much, Gigi. Thank you, because the one that we had last week, it was beginning to fade. Yeah. So thank you. That one is nice and fresh. Yeah. All right. So, anything else you want to talk about, Hina, before we move on? Because crime is the big thing, you know. Crime is the big thing. A lot of all these homicides and so on.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
You know.
I hope the police has an update
heartbreaking.
on the latest homicides. Those, I think the triple homicide.
in
There was
vehicle.
another body that was found in some other
vehicle
location.
burned.
Yeah. No update so far, as far as you
No
know.
update so far. We're still awaiting updates from them, but their hands are pretty much tied. So many homicides in a short space of time on our island. That is shocking. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
Yeah, you had the triple, as I said, plus another body was found someplace. Then I think a few days after that, in the Bexon area,
we had another
Labé,
shooting there
Bexon.
as well.
Well, initially it was said it was a double homicide,
A
but
double,
later we
right.
found out that it was one person who was shot and killed, and the other one was nursing injuries, I believe.
Yeah.
What's to that
Initially,
effect?
that's what was said, that it was a double homicide, and then...
Now, again, I still got caught up in that thing, and I don't like it when it happens to me.
How?
Because I got information from multiple sources, because I was actually on the air with Mary Polius at
When
the
it
time,
Oh.
when the news came from the alleged double
Right.
homicide, and it was actually one person, right, who was actually killed in that incident. I actually repeated it, and I didn't say this is preliminary
All right.
information.
Yes.
I didn't say it. Why? Because I figured it came from multiple sources.
Multiple sources, so it's...
I figured it must be true, and I remember I said so on the air,
Yeah.
and I said, oh boy, I got caught again in this thing.
Sometimes that happens because, you get the information, especially from individuals would have the right information. And sometimes even then, too, it's no fault of theirs, but it's we already know what the procedure would be after.
And normally I say it, remember, even
normally
here,
even here we do.
I say this is
So
preliminary. Let's wait
yeah.
until the dust settles.
happens.
And I
It
still
happens.
went to the thing. I feel like I
Don't beat yourself up about it. It happens. It happens. Yeah.
Anyway, the Minister for Crime Prevention and the acting Prime Minister, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, they came out,
Right.
and I was very, very pleased with that, to be honest with
I
you.
am too.
I was very
Yeah.
pleased. I think the Prime Minister, is on some kind of, I think he's celebrating his birthday.
Okay.
And the man is a hardworking man, and he needs time for himself with his family and so
Yes,
on. So I
I have
fully
to
support
agree
that.
with you.
So you have the acting Prime Minister and the Minister for Crime Prevention coming out with some really, really, really strong statements. And I'm pleased with that, because I found it even took a little too long. All right? But they did it, and I'm very happy. quite frankly, I think the country feels a little better just hearing from you.
Hearing them say, both him and the crime prevention minister, yeah.
So they were warning of, roadblocks, increased raids, right, and so on. And honestly, Quina, when you see that sort of thing happens, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Neither do I.
Okay.
But some people do because they're stuck in traffic and they're inconvenienced. But there's a bigger picture here. Just be patient because the police are out there doing their jobs. You want safety, and that's one way that they could create safety in our communities and on our streets.
And I find that they tend to get things flowing as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Because, they generally have ideas as to who, most likely is involved in that kind of behavior.
Yes.
There's certain people, you never know. You should never judge somebody because of the way that they look. But they generally have an idea as to who it is that they're looking for. So they see you coming, generally, all right, okay,
and not
go
only
ahead.
that, of late we have, over the last few years, we have individuals that have created WhatsApp groups. And when there's a roadblock or something, they would be sending, there's a roadblock there. What you inadvertently doing, if someone is in traffic and they have an illegal firearm, or they may have just committed a crime, what you're doing is, and they're on that WhatsApp platform, what you're doing is sending a message to them saying, get out, the police is lower down the road. And I don't think it's right to be doing such a thing.
Well, when the fellas involved in a crime, that's how they operate, because they don't want their friends to get caught.
Yeah.
But again, that's the
still.
same thing we're talking about earlier about si pani suti was pani
Right.
vole. It's the same thing.
And I think maybe whoever set up the WhatsApp group is not for criminals. It's just saying, hey, there's if you're heading that direction, then there's a traffic stop, fine, pass up, go back road, use a back road or something of that sort. But again, we have criminal elements that are using it to their benefit, so we need to be very mindful.
Okay, well, you're right. Maybe whoever's doing it means good.
Yeah.
But it could also be used to do bad things,
Yes.
which is to evade capture and so on. What a life, Kina.
I know, right?
Yeah, what a life. That you living that kind of lifestyle on the edge like that. And let me say something. A lot of our people here, we take a pride in breaking the law. We just we just love
Because
to do
we
it.
figure we could get away. There's always someone that's going to defend us. And that's where it starts. If you look at all aspects within our society and how people are so quick to defend wrongdoing, it speaks volumes about you. I mean, it's okay to say to your friend, if you know they're doing something wrong, to say, hey, you're doing something wrong and you got to face the consequences of that. But when you publicly or boldly say, you know what, leave that person alone, or that person isn't involved in this or whatever, you could say, I don't think this person is, but if the person is involved in anything, then they need to face the full brunt of the law, because it's a choice that they made. Why would you be hiding this person? Why would you be helping the person evade police captivity?
I can tell you why. It's your son. It's your son. It's your brother.
Yeah, but
okay,
still.
it's your best friend. Yeah, so
Well,
we have a ton of reasons as to
best
why
friend of mine
we
better
wouldn't
not
do
be
it.
involved in criminal activity, because I ain't hiding for you. Sorry.
Well, the thing is that you are on the other side, meaning you, for the most part, you're a law-abiding citizen. So you generally associate with people who are law-abiding
Yes.
citizens, and that's a cool thing. And bravo, right? We need more of that. But there's some people now who are on the other side, where
True.
they as I said, they enjoy breaking the law, and they think that by doing wrong things is the way to get ahead, which is not very, very smart.
Yeah, that too. A lot of people
So
break the law
so
because
they have their friends now. They have their friends who they love, and they genuinely love. They have parents who have their children who they genuinely love.
Yeah, that's true.
They have siblings who genuinely love them. So there's a problem there.
And then there are individuals, apart from being a mom or sibling or so on, and that person genuinely loving you, or you genuinely loving the person, you the provider for that household. Look at the
boy.
instance with Christopher Dudas Cook in Jamaica.
Perfect
and
example.
That's a perfect example, because many people didn't want to go to the police
Sorry.
because they were being supported by him.
That's a perfect example.
And
Perfect
it's happening
example.
right here as well.
He was a very smart guy,
Oh, yeah.
Dudas Cook, extremely smart. But I think as we speak, of course, he's in prison.
He's in prison.
Serving his time now for what he did, because what he did was contrary to the law, but he was very, very, very smart. I'll give him that. Now I know some people may say, why are you commending a criminal? No, if somebody's smart, they're smart. The problem is that they use the smartness now to do
something, criminal activity.
criminal activity.
Right.
But he's smart. He was so smart that he developed friendships, right, with people in the community, taking care of them. The things that maybe sometimes some of the politicians do not do.
He was doing.
Okay, and I'll repeat that. Some of the things that the politicians do not do, he was doing. He made sure he took care of the people in the community. So he was the go-to person. And at the right time, he would be there assisting. So those people, man, will. I remember there was a guy who I think the Jamaica police confronted, and he was like a famous a killer. That's what he was. In fact, people from his community said whenever he was dressed all in white, they knew that he was going on a hit. He was going to take somebody out. They knew that. Right? And this particular guy, when the police came there looking for Dada Scope, man, he fought them tooth and nail.
Yeah.
He fought them tooth and nail. In fact, they said he had a journal, and while the firing was going, he was there writing in the journal, and he actually put there, "I will die for Dada Scope."
Right.
So this is something parents can learn from. That you can care about and love your children so much, not to spoil them, but you care and you love them, that they love you. They love you. That's something parents can learn. That's something politicians can learn from. That you are such a caring person that people love you to the point where they will die for you, right? So that's what I'm. You know when they caught Dada Scope, you know who was assisting him? A pastor.
Yeah,
he was in a vehicle with the pastor.
Right. Yes.
So his tentacles
spread so wide.
Yeah. So the pastor, no doubt, maybe he assisting the church in whatever way, right? And the pastor had this
one who took him in.
Affinity.
Yeah.
No, he didn't take him in at all. They caught them.
But that's what they were going to do. He wasn't going.
That's
to
what he claimed. That's what he claimed. I was going to take him in.
Yeah, that's what he said he was going to do. He was going to take him in.
Yeah, but he was brought before the courts actually. To answer to that. But this goes to show, as I said, what we the parents ought to be doing when it comes to our children, and what politicians should be doing when it comes to the people that they serve.
And it goes back to us. It's a good thing that we brought this up, because in our communities, in some areas, we as neighbors do see parents struggling or families struggling, to sustain that household, and we don't do anything. And we do see when the children are falling by the wayside. They may be picking up, going on the block. That's one thing. What can you do? There's several ways that you could help that family to prevent that child from, hanging out on the block. Back in the day, it happened. Entire communities came together. There were ways, when the mother wasn't there or the father wasn't there, parents were at work, they took care of each other. That child would be at that neighbor's home till the mom comes back from work, and so they supported each other. It was like a community spirit within that. What has changed? Everyone is just at home, is like, that my business. I don't want to child my home. You go back. So many things are happening, but if we go back to that, a lot can change.
And even if you don't have the entire community supporting you, you see family, family, that goes a long way. And let me explain what I'm saying. Nairobi, on her mother's side, right, the family is large. So she has sisters, she has, I think, brothers, etc., etc. That's Nairobi on the mother's side. And I can tell you, that family is so close knit. Okay, there's always somebody there, from the grandmother, the grandfather, as I said, her immediate aunts and so on, uncles, right? And they all support each other in terms of being there for each other's children and this kind of thing. If they're going out, they don't have to worry because another sister will be home with the children, and if not, then the grandmother is there, the grandfather is there. Listen, that's one thing I admire about that family. They're really
some people
tight.
just don't have it.
Yeah.
Maybe because they only had one child, or maybe they're just not as close. There's a lot of conflict within that family, and they don't have it. And that's where instances happen where some children fall by the wayside.
And the children on that side of Nairobi's family, they have respect for the grandmother and so on. You should see how they interact in the family home. Yeah, I find that is just such a cool thing. Such a cool thing. So I was just saying, if we don't have the wider society, the wider community, then you have family.
Family.
We're supposed to be there for each other. But most times we're there living our life and we don't have time to check on our sisters' children, our brothers' children, that kind of thing. But anyway.
Yeah.
So let me just let our listeners know and viewers that anyone with information on these homicides, if you have any information, you can just call the anonymous crime hotline. Simple.
And there's an app as well.
555. Well, I don't know about the app, but to me, the most simple thing is the 555.
There's a police app that people could give anonymous tips to as well. So you could check that out too.
Yeah, so 555. That is very, very simple. Okay? Now, the politics now. Dr. Ernest Tilley is the Castries South South MP. He was assuring the public that the St. Lucia Labour Party is speaking on his behalf of his party, will conduct a responsible, issue-focused campaign in the run-up to the next general elections, steering clear, he says, of personal attacks and divisive rhetoric.
I
love to hear him say that. As to whether that promise is going to be kept.
I hope it's kept.
By his party?
Keep it.
By his party?
The party keeps it.
That's left to be seen.
It's been a while I've been saying, you know what, I really want this rhetoric and this negativity within our politics to stop. It's getting worse and it needs to. And I'm happy that he said so.
I'm happy as well. I only hope that, because remember, this is for the Labour Party. Now, if the opposition decides not to go down that road, I wonder how they're going to handle it.
If he said so, I think they're going to stick to it. And I hope the United Workers' Party follows suit. We need that right now in our society.
I'm glad that you're optimistic about it.
I try
I'm really happy. Because, boy, when the fellas start saying things, especially the closer it gets to the election day.
No.
I'm talking about it. Do you feel that elections are going to be called soon? Do you get that vibe?
Nah.
No. When do you think it'll be called?
Maybe next year sometime.
Why?
I don't know.
Somebody was saying to me that the government will not call elections until after the opening of St. Jude.
Maybe that's what what if what everybody's thinking, maybe after the opening of St. Jude? We really do not know. They're the ones who's going to call the election. So, I mean, if you think, hey, you're going to set the United Workers' Party up to, gear up and do everything, I think it's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, but I think that's a good point, about the St. Jude opening and stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's a good point.
Yeah, directly after.
Yeah, because that's a humongous moment, a historic moment.
It would be, but for individuals who are frustrated, sometimes opening the hospital might not even give you a vote. It might just be some kind of gimmick. Like, you know what? You're going to do it anyway because election's around the corner. You could have done it before. Let's send a strong message. You just never know how, your voters feel.
You're right. Because
some people
sometimes
are really tired and frustrated. So
you're right, Kina. I remember when the Labour Party lost the elections, I remember there was a meeting. I think, where were they meeting? Someplace they were meeting. Listen, just in the crowd. A sea of red.
Yeah.
I said, wow, looked like they had that in the bag, right? And the Labour Party lost the election that year. People were like crazy.
Look at people, but at the end of the day, I might be coming there, but my heart is somewhere else.
But I don't get it. I don't get it. How could you although I remember one time I was going up the Badlil and there was a particular, I wouldn't say which one, a particular party was heading down south and so on. And I remember one guy he was wearing the color of the party, right? And he said, "Don't with me, you see, Andre. Don't with me, there, you see. I have the Shaddai, I mean anything. I just go and drink." I said, "You serious?"
Food and rum.
Yes, I just go and drink. But don't worry, that even if you sit down on my that don't mean anything.
You know how many people some people like, you know what, I have food today. I'm just gonna go because free ride, free food, a t-shirt. I go at home, but I know where I'm voting. It happens all the time.
Yesterday, on my way down from Viewfort, I went to collect family and stuff. On my way down, I got stuck. There was a motorcade there with the Labour Party supporters. So Sunny was in the vehicle with me. And I'm there driving and hoping, I said, "Mister, I hope I can escape this thing. So when I passed, I think in the Wabi Paso area, somebody shouted, "Andre Paul!" So my brother said, Sunny said to me, "Dad, do you think you're a supporter? Because I had a red shirt on me."
Oh my God.
I said, oh, no.
You,
I checked that. I just
no,
happened.
because you're on your own vibe, doing your thing.
Heather,
You just happen to
I'm
be.
on. I can't overtake the motorcade.
No, you can't.
So
Oh, please.
I put a big red shirt on me.
Next thing, you start honking your horn. There's nothing you can do at that point. If you can't move, then just stay in and honk your horn along. You know?
And I had a red shirt on me yesterday. I say, where, boy,
Jesus.
of all times.
I
And then
shouldn't
Hassan
say
he
that
had red shorts on him.
Oh my word! You see, your watercolor's not even remembering that something was happening. It happens.
Imagine when the opposition is here on a Thursday, I have to be,
You have to be
very
so careful. Yes, I remember.
I don't wear any red shirt or anything. People come there because the hierarchy of the party don't have a problem.
They don't.
It's the
It's
spirited supporters.
Right. Yeah.
Now, hear that. On the way down yesterday, of course, it was a Labour Party thing. There are people who are supporting yellow. They came out, and flagging them. So in other words, I show you who I'm supporting. It seems that people really have time,
You know, to leave.
You leave your
home and
house.
go-
Come out with a red thing, or
I
a
think
yellow
it's
thing.
all in the spirit of campaigns and so on. I think on both ends they enjoy it.
I hope
as
so.
long as it's not violent, I think so. But for me, ultimately, it's the voters who hold the decision in their hands. No matter the promises, the speeches, or whatever he said, the power still rests with the citizens on election day, and that's what matters. So each vote will determine the path we take next.
and talking about that, no matter what is promised, the government of St. Lucia is promising to give all public sector workers December this year, second year in a row, a bonus. Now we don't know how much it's going to be. This is for public sector workers, a bonus. Last year I think they got $500. All public sector workers got $500.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, I suspect it's going to be more.
Like, put some on our accounts too. Even though we ain't working with the
let's go there.
public service.
Let's go there. Let's go there.
Oh gosh.
Let's go there. And I've said this already.
Right.
When you have a family, right? And I hope the PM is listening or anybody else is listening. When you have a family, right? And I see government operating, at least supposed to operate, right? Like that you have a family,
Right.
and you cannot be picking and choosing one group or one or two, and you're leaving the others on the outside. So I've said that already. You have to be very careful. What I understand is government.
It's government.
And they're operating within the confines of the government and
I
public
know.
servants and so on. But a lot of it's not only public
Mr. Prime
servants.
Minister, give it to us for NIC, just like around COVID.
Well, he
But I really welcome that.
he doesn't have
decision.
say there, but
Yeah.
he has sway. He has sway. So, Mr.
Yes,
PM,
true.
yeah, you have to talk to the NIC and see
Yeah.
what the pensioners who are part of the NIC can get a little something
Yes,
for the Christmas,
Yeah.
as if I say for the time. Yeah.
But I welcome that though. It's great, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. Hey, I'm happy. Don't misunderstand me. I'm happy for the public servants. You're going to be getting a nice bonus.
Imagine you being recognized for what you're doing. It speaks of the government's trying to show
Yeah.
value, their workers, which is great.
Yeah, just think of it. You have a family. You have children, and
that'll come in pretty handy.
you're giving a bonus,
Yeah, man.
and you're giving one set, and the other set not getting. You got
No, but
problems.
you're working for government. That's the thing. What happened was.
So I hope the PM is listening, and just ask the NIC to give a little something.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Third World has a song like that, right? Give a little something.
Yes. Give
Yeah.
a little more.
Give a little something, and whatever life, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think Tony would love
Yes,
that
He
song.
would have been singing. Yeah.
Tony loves Third World,
Third
man.
World, yeah.
He loves Third World. He loves Earth, Wind and Fire. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
That was his thing. That was his thing. George Benson, This Masquerade? And there's the guitar riff.
Right. You spoke about that a lot.
Yeah,
too.
and Tony
Right.
Tony knew that
He
by
just-
heart.
Yeah.
By heart. Yeah. So we'll miss Tony, man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll miss Tony for sure. Yeah. He just came to my mind while we were
okay.
talking. All All right. The Deputy Prime Minister again, Dr. Ernest, he was actually calling on the private sector now
Oh, really?
to give a little something to the workers. And he was very careful. He put a caveat there. Once things are good,
I
with you.
agree. Because
So-
sometimes, even the public sector, the hierarchy of that within that establishment gets all the bonuses and they get the higher pay and so on, and the workers ain't getting anything, And I think it's unfair. I think it's really unfair. Not all companies are equal. I understand that, but some larger firms have healthier profit margins and so on. But if you are making some profit, give back to your workers.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And when we here at Rev-Up, we hope that one day we can be just as magnanimous. To be honest with you, because I know how it felt when I was at Radio 100, and at the beginning when things were really, really, really knocking. We'd get a bonus, which was like I think, half our salary, I think. Half our salary every year. I used to love that.
And there are some companies in St. Lucia as well, and they're small companies too. Around Christmas, they just maybe just give a little something extra. And I think giving back to your workers speaks volumes because it says to them, you know what, I value you. I see you, and saying thank you at the end of the year.
And I also recognize the fact that I couldn't have made it without you.
Yes, that too.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think a lot of us think that once you see you get your pay, your regular pay, you should be happy with that.
Yeah.
But as the Dr. Hiller said, if you're doing well, you're doing well. So it's good to share in the profits. And I totally support that.
Totally
to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really, really hoping that one day we here at Rev-Up will be in a position to do that, because as I said, I was the beneficiary, right, of a bonus every year. Which was half your salary, and that was really nice. Plus, we'd get a party as well, and at the party prizes would be given away. Staff party,
and awards and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. So this is something I'm looking forward to doing here at Rev-Up. I really, really am. All right. Now talking about that, the Pope Leo weighed in on this issue of executives and CEOs and the level of their salaries compared to what ordinary workers make, and he was saying back in the day. All right, say about 60 years ago, the CEOs were making maybe about 6 times what the regular staff members were making. But he says right now, that's Pope Leo speaking. He said now the CEOs are making 600 times more.
Wow, that's a lot.
And you look at a guy like Elon Musk, for example.
Elon Musk and the others.
You know the kind of bonuses that this guy gets. This guy gets billions of dollars in bonuses. They said he's on the trajectory to become the world's first trillionaire.
I love what the Pope said. I share his sentiments.
Yeah, he said.
But Elon Musk doesn't get a monthly salary, though. From what I know, he doesn't get paid monthly.
Well, I don't know about that. But whether he doesn't get paid monthly. By the way, I don't know
he made the decision.
I don't know if Donald Trump gets a salary. I don't know if he takes his salary. I don't know if he actually takes a salary.
Last I know, he's giving it back to charity or something.
You must find out about that.
I'll have to double check.
Yeah, you must find out whether Donald Trump accepts a salary.
He's giving it to charity or
because
something.
for that kind of hard work, Monsieur doing there. No, seriously, I've never seen something like that. That man is like a dynamo. That man for 79 years old. It's like he doesn't sleep.
No, he doesn't.
He
has a country to run.
He
sleeps, but
he was in England there with the king serenading him. The king serenading him. And I repeat that they're serenading Donald Trump. Okay, and the fete was over, right? Because they had like a banquet. A banquet, man. And you know what a banquet is? That's the creme de la creme, the finest of the finest, the best of the best, Imagine a meal like that. And I saw the king there honoring, giving him some nice talk and so on. And then I remember there was another dinner
He's donating his salary to various federal government agencies and causes.
Well,
he has enough, so he doesn't need it, I guess.
For all that hard work, man, to me, I'll take my salary because that's a lot of hard work. The man always
he gets
busy.
all the perks with it.
He was at a dinner with Mark Zuckerberg, this CEO of Oracle. A whole bunch of them were there, and to hear those people, man, I mean, flattering this guy. I'm talking about Donald Trump. They're flattering this guy.
They don't have a choice.
He said anything he loves is flattery. He loves it.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah, he loves it. You come and flatter me, say, man, oh my gosh, man.
No, but flattering, you might just get what you want.
But and that's exactly what it is.
Maybe why they're doing it.
In the case of England. But listen, and it's true, I imagine fellas like Mark Zuckerberg know that this guy can make life difficult for them. So they give him what he wants.
Ready to.
Yeah, which is with the flattery. And after he was finished with the banquet, the man was on True Social posting. He was on True Social posting stuff. I said, but made no sleep at that age.
I think maybe he does this set where he's maybe asleep and he has posts going out at different times. I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
You think so? Oh man, the guy's
schedules his
always up to something. Look now, you heard about he's offering what, a gold card?
Oh my
I don't
word,
even
the
know
gold card.
if he's serious about that.
He is serious. They kind of tried it out for a few months. In June it started for the full rollout. So that's something they have been.
But what I don't understand, how is it, right? I mean, America, right, is supposed to be controlled by Congress. They pass laws and this kind of thing. How could the president of the United States already figure out that the gold card will have his image on it? Have you seen it? It has his image. And you know which image he's using? The mugshot. Remember the mugshot that he took? That's the image he's going to have on the gold card. So if you want fast track residency.
Imagine you paying so much money to just get Donald Trump mugshot on a gold card.
But some people don't care. I mean,
Well, yeah.
and fast track citizenship or I don't know what is it that he's going to be, right? $1 million. He said with that alone,
that's a lot.
they're going to rake in a few billion.
A few billion with that alone. No, but for me, it looks less like an immigration policy than anything else because I see it as a more money-making scheme, and do I understand it? It sounds impressive, but tying opportunity to residency.
Well, I mean, we kind of doing the same thing here.
Yeah,
with
we're doing
CIP.
it, but $1 billion, the way he's going around doing it.
I think Donald Trump was impressed with the CIP program. He's impressed
Maybe
with
that's
it.
why he's beating ours
And
down.
say, let me try my version now.
$1 billion.
$1 million, right?
my
to
word.
fast track your status as a resident of the United
If
States.
you had $1 million, would you do that?
$1 million US?
Yeah.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I can tell you that. And if I had
So
$1 million,
many people want to move to the United
and
States.
if I had $1
They see
million
it as a land of opportunity. So
if I had $1 million, I stayed in La Clary while I live there. I'm not going to any cap
you ain't
estate
going
and kind of
nowhere.
thing.
Yeah, man, I agree with you.
Hey.
You were born and raised.
Yeah, I stay in La Clary, man. I have no water issues there. We always have water.
You have no water issues there?
I mean, very, very rarely we have a water issue.
Oh, yeah.
No, the water is cut for whatever reason. Yeah, because it's flat, so it doesn't have to climb the hills.
I love that you said that. Even though you do have $1 million, you'd stay right there.
Right there. The only thing I'll do is just make the house look a little nicer, and that's it.
Yes.
Stay right there.
Keep that money. Do right.
But man, I like nice things. So there's some things I'll probably change.
Experience is a what you should do actually now to live and travel and have wonderful experiences with that money.
But I like nice things. So I would if I had $1 million for sure, every new
gadget.
What do they call it again? The cell phone.
iPhone.
The iPhone.
The iPhone. You an iPhone.
I would change that.
What's now?
I get the latest.
17?
I get the latest one.
I think the 17 is out now, right?
Yeah.
And there's a flip iPhone too.
Yeah, and they say it's super thin.
Yes, very.
It's super thin.
Yeah.
That I would change. Yeah, that I would change. Yeah, that iPhone. maybe my vehicle.
You need another vehicle.
I like nice. No, I'm just saying if I had the money. That's where I'd be kind of spending the money. If you understand what I'm saying. Apart from doing good, don't
doing
misunderstand
good
me.
and right.
Yeah, that's the thing. But for me to want to live in some upscale community,
neighborhood and right. That's not your thing.
Yeah,
that ain't your cup of tea.
I'm not interested in that at all. So if you had $1 million, what's the little things that you would do?
If I had $1 million, I would build a home for the less fortunate.
With the whole million?
Not the whole million. Some of it,
You'd be broke. You'd be broke after that. you'll be broke after that. $1 million?
No, at least not the whole million. Like some of it, and then I'll give back to my family. And I'll just and do things.
So the family, you have a large family. How much?
Nah, I don't have a large family.
Okay.
Nah.
Well, for the family that you have, how much would each person get?
I don't know. Just recently I was like thinking, right? Now that we're speaking about family, I spoke to this insurance agent and I'm like, I want to take out $1 million. And he's like, huh? I said, because when I die, I just want my family to have money. Yeah, and it's like, you ready for that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. So did you take it?
I'm planning on doing it.
In other words, no.
Not yet, but I will. Not yet, but I will. I won't. I love my family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, because a lot of times when something happens and you're gone, and yes, we have money, but not we're not millionaires or billionaires or whatever. But your family members run around so much during your time of grief, and when there's a price tag with everything. It's like you're leaving, there's a price tag. You're dead, there's a price tag. Like, really?
Yep.
Me? I wish I could just vanish, poof, after I die. Like, no expense.
Now, just a final point before we get into the shout-outs. I was thinking about it, right? This thing about cremation. Because that's how Tony wants to go. He wants to be cremated. I was thinking about it. I think that's how I'd like to go myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Bible says about cremation, though. But
No, it used to happen.
Cool. So
because the Bible actually
too.
tells you there was a great burning. When this particular person died, there was a great burning. So obviously it was cremation.
I want to be cremated.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
thing
wanna
about
be
going in a
coffin
grave,
grave
things
and
eating you up.
And being I'm already afraid of the dark. So I know I'll be dead, but
yeah. So honestly, I support Tony on that, and moving forward for me, that's what I want.
Same
to be honest with you, finish
and
it.
I do not want a funeral. You know what I said to my mom, my sister? I said, you know what? I said to her, I want my funeral by invite only. She's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, just invite only. I don't want anybody coming around to make sure I'm dead.
Or taking pics. Yeah.
And she just laughed. She's like, are you serious? And I said, I'm going to do my own eulogy. I don't know anybody going up there and be like, oh, she was this and she was that. Like, what you doing? Nah.
And I'm glad you brought that point. I'm glad you made that point, because right now it's like, with social media, the people will come. And by the way, folks, I think I better let you know, it's going to be closed casket, huh? That's for sure. Okay, with Tony. And the reason for that is because of the spectacle. People will come, take pics, and share it all over the place. And
a lot, and I'm happy that you brought that up, because you see the live broadcast and everyone is viewing and people are with their phones right there. Come on, what are you like? I don't know why. Maybe it's their way of connecting with the individual after death. I'm not quite sure, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't.
For those of you who would want to see Tony, I guess you'll have to go to the funeral home. Obviously, his body will be exposed at some point there.
Right.
Yeah, but after that, this thing at the church and taking pics.
And no taking photos. Is there a rule for not taking photos even at the funeral home?
A rule, you say?
Yeah.
When you say a rule, what do you mean?
Like if they go to the funeral home to see him.
Yeah, of course, that's going to be controlled.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be controlled for sure. But in the church now, you just take these pics and go and share those things right all over. But let me tell you, when Tony passed, I remember I called a particular person, right? And I said to the person, don't say anything, okay? Leave it like that for now. I'll make the announcement on Monday, right? The minute I told that person told somebody else, right? I mean, I was very careful. I explained how not to say it. I just don't want to mention any names or anything like that. But the person had another mode now of communication, and you know how people are already. You can't help it. And something news like that is very, very difficult to hold that. So the person told somebody else, and somebody tells somebody else, and then all of a sudden now that thing ended up on Facebook. I say, oh my God. Yeah. So the time you see it got to Facebook, that's it.
That was it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's what usually happens, though. We always say that put you the person's closest person. I'm your best friend, and somebody else is my best friend.
Yeah.
So I put it out.
But as I said, I told the person, don't do it don't say it in a particular way. I can't say it in public, right?
Right.
But that person shared it with somebody else. And that person now, who they shared it with now, told somebody who has access to social media and so on.
Right.
And Ali. And that was it.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
All right.
Sometimes you really can't help it, Sometimes you just have to keep it to yourself. However it comes out, it comes out. But sometimes there's certain things, when it does happen, if you do not want it out, just don't say anything.
Yeah, don't say anything, period. Especially now with social media.
Oh,
forget it.
yeah.
Okay, Kina, so let's get into the shout-outs.
Okay, so we should go with a Facebook profile first. Let me just get that.
Yes, folks, we're planning for our anniversary, second anniversary old school dance at the Sandals Golf and Country Club. It's going to be on the 18th of October, and we got some real great prizes and a whole lot of nice stuff going to be happening there. I'll be on the ones and twos as well as DJ
I've never
Shortman.
seen you play, so I can't wait. I'm super excited. Are we?
Well, I just take a little thing, you know.
A little thing.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
let Shortman take care of most of
Shortman
it.
is very, very good too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But of course, I will step in and do a little,
Okay.
a little something.
That's good. I could deal with that. So on the Facebook platform, good morning to everyone. Pull Food Baby was the first to chime in. She says, good morning and happy new week to the Rev-Up family and all in the chat room. Pious Snappy Yeah Man says, good morning. Septima Joseph, bless everyone. Martha Shaw, pleasant day, Mr. Andre, Miss Kina, amazing Monday morning. Sleep well, Tony. Mr. Tony, fantastic day, everyone. Peace and love. Barbara Zavi says, good morning to all of you. Have a lovely day. Blessed to all. Lucita Jopia says, good morning, Andre and beautiful Kina. My Jerome, I know you can't hear me, but I can't hear you saying you too troublesome. LOL. Motivation Monday.
Lucita.
Salette Dupre Camille. She says, good morning, all. Blessings now and always. Thanks, Salette. Thanks, everyone. Before, Al Anderson says, when the cockroach is flying, it means it's going to rain.
That's right. That's right. I remember I used to hear that for true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I used
Thanks,
to hear
Al.
that for true.
Lucida Jopia says, Andre, I saw you wearing some nice suits. Where are they? Did you give them to Salvation Army?
No, actually, I think I have them up to now. I still have them.
Okay. Camila John says, I hate and even scared of cockroaches. Larry Hippolyte says, good morning. Al Leonti says, good morning to everyone. Lucita Jopia says, good morning, everyone on the live and radio garden. Big up Pato Rigobert and Jojo. Share the link, please. Catherine McPhee is in the house. She says, happy week, Andre and Kina. Sharon Peter says, Monday we meet again. Bonjour. Camila Jean says, it's Kina's laugh for me. Good morning, Camila. Al Anderson says, about the rock nibbling on your toes.
The rat.
It's true, it happened to me. Really?
Really?
It happened to me already. How? Really? No, Al. Do say more later on, okay? I really want to know. Madeline Alexander says, Lucita Jopierre, good morning, my darling. Monday blessings. Andre Madeline says, Andre, this is why I have not stopped by. I believe in giving people space after losing a loved one, but I will when the time is right.
Of course.
Whilst I admire your strength, much love, my friend.
Thank you, Madeline.
She-Chub says, wow, wicked people. Karma will deal with them. That's regards to Tony's and yeah.
And you've got to believe that. It's either you believe that or you go and take matters into your own hands.
Vengeance.
All right? And then now you just mess things up.
Oh yeah, it only gets worse.
Sometimes I think I read already that if you wait for karma to do its work, you may get a front seat
view.
You may get a front seat view of what's supposed to be coming to those individuals, right?
Yes.
So, and that's the thing, with a crime, especially with revenge killing and so, it's not the way to deal with it. You're just compounding the problem.
I agree. Madeline Alexander says, yes, people are heartless and have no respect for the deceased and the grieving families. Wow. Nasha Cox says, Andre, y'all had to secure the place because that's how they operate. They enter houses of the people who die in the community and take out everything from the house. Shichub says, praise God. John McGurdy says, good morning. Sad after going through his loss. Barbara Augustine says, good morning, people. Shichub says, show their faces, I guess, from the footage. Nancy Gracelyn is in the house. She says, Andre, Tony's death has been so hard on me. I haven't been able to listen to Hard Drive because of the death. I miss Tony. Finally, oh yeah, she hasn't been. Welcome back, Nancy. Yes, some viewers and listeners haven't been. It's very, very difficult for them. So Nancy, welcome back. He says, I hope that makes you feel better. She went on and she says, finally, I tune in today only to hear his house was burglarized. Andre, don't worry. God is in control. Just leave it to God.
I agree.
I agree too, Nancy. Barbara Augustine says, my goat was stolen. Big delight. No, Barbara, is not what you're saying, is how you said it and how I'm reading it. I can't help but laugh. No, okay, I'm going to be serious right now. She says, my goat was stolen. Big delight near my house. And you hear some parents saying my boy was a good boy. SMH. Shake my head. Madeline Alexander says, good morning, everyone. Excuse my bad bananas. Really? Okay, Madeline. Diana Antoine says, watching. Barbara Augustine says, they will pay. Madeline Alexander says, but my dear, even though he was not on vacation, he still would not say anything as always. Make no excuses for him. He's on vacation. Leave the man alone. She Chubb says, there's a roadblock.
I'm a little lost.
The Prime Minister being on vacation. Right?
Okay.
One second. Why did that pop up? She Chubb says there's a roadblock group too. Oh, really? I wasn't aware. D. Francis Obey says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, River family. Wade Williams. Wade Uvini Sialko. Ma'am Checo. Moving on. She Chubb says,
you should probably just read it, make him feel good.
Okay, Wade. Since Andre said I should read it,
Yeah, just go ahead.
let me clear my throat. He says, you all can run your mouth on radio. I still voting Labour. At least today it's not that bad. And no one is going at him in the chat room. So go on, Wade. Good morning, Wade. How you doing? You doing good? Kisses. Mwah. Moving on. She Trump says,
yes.
the police cannot be trusted. Went on and says, you're right, Andre, you believe that? I'm not quite sure what she's referring to.
There was I think it was after this morning was saying about some story concerning the police and so on. I myself, I found it hard to believe. So I don't bother to even repeat it.
Okay.
Let me wait until the
shouldn't.
authorities confirm, right? Because it's serious. The allegations being made. It's very, very serious. So
Right.
I'll wait until I hear from the authorities.
Right.
Instead of me now doing what I did a few days ago.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Yeah. Maling Alexander says, we have a long waiting. Peacemaker is in the house and says, good morning, Andre and Kina. How are y'all doing? Tony is still there. He is hearing, and plus, he is singing too. My Tony. Aww. Somebody took on Wade Williams, and Wade Williams says, hey, Wade, leave her alone. He took on Peacemaker, and he says, you don't even know Tony. Maybe Wade is grieving. And that's his way of
Maybe,
just,
maybe, yeah.
So Wade, if you're grieving, we're grieving as well, but there's a way to handle everything. We would sending you love, kisses. Mwah. Peacemaker says, we don't want to know what Orange is getting or not. Let's talk about via Snap here, man came in with smiling emojis. Wade Williams came back and said something. Landslide victory for National Labour Party. Peacemaker came in and says, let's talk about how our good Lord is making because we are so stubborn. Arthur Charles says, good morning, folks. I hope Andre give us a bonus for Christmas. By the way, today is the birthday of Steve Anius and Amelda Mitchell of Schwizzle, 102 years today.
102. Wow. How does she spell him? Is it E-M-A-L-D-A?
Almilda.
Almilda.
A-L-M. I hope I'm saying it correctly.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, happy birthday. What's the last name?
Happy birthday.
What's the last name?
Michelle.
Michelle. Almeida Michelle?
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, she's 102, you said?
102.
And that's from Choiseul.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
What's up with Schwizzle?
I don't know what it is.
What are they eating? What are they doing?
Wow.
I'm moving to Schwizzle.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
A lot of centenarians from that community.
Yeah, a lot. Wow.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the stress-free life that they live there. I don't know.
Stress-free life. Maybe still going to the garden, doing things they love, and that's a good way to put in some exercise and eating healthy too.
I was in a community there a few weeks ago. I think I mentioned that, and those girls from the community say they go to the city probably once a year. Probably once a year.
No, blame them. There's a lot happening here.
They say
and
that
maybe fresh air.
that too. Yeah. Because there are lots of pasture and trees and bush and you know what I mean, grass, all the stuff that gives off all the nice pure oxygen. So so maybe that's what it is. Yeah, imagine. I try to imagine me staying in the community that they live. I couldn't make it there. I couldn't survive.
I would.
I could survive there.
I can. Yeah.
Somewhere.
If I ever move, I'm not living.
So yeah, when you talk about not coming to the city about once a year.
No, but they have everything that they need down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need anything up here.
They say they
Unless
have
it's-
Massey there. They have Massey.
Now they have Domino's Pete.
Yeah, imagine that.
They have everything down there, so they don't need anything.
I asked them if they have boyfriends there too.
Of course they do. What are you trying to say?
No, I just thought maybe maybe there are not many men in the community.
You think?
Yeah.
Susan is a large community, though, right? Madeline Alexander says, I had my full salary as bonus for 13 years.
Wow.
Wow. Should have love.
I hope it was a big salary.
I hope. Yeah.
A big salary.
She said, I would get double pay until COVID came and messed things up. Oh, no. Oh, Peacemaker returned and says, Kina, not right now, not the land of opportunities anymore. That's for the U.S. Peacemaker says, you D right, Andre. Love.
D
You're
right?
damn right.
Oh, okay. But what?
You said something. I'm
What,
not
$1 million?
quite sure.
What I'll do with it?
Maybe, yes. Most
Maybe,
likely.
maybe.
Peacemaker says, Kina, I need a home. Poof, way. I have that $1 million yet or that billion of smackaroos. If I do, I might just build you a plywood something. That's going to go a long way, right?
Yeah, and you can't say you didn't get a house.
I know, right? Arthur John says, Kina, when you're dead, you know anything could be done with your body when you're dead. You are dead. I know, Arthur, but I would love my wishes. How is Mia? That's what I want. My family
agree.
will respect it. Sammy Antoine says, well done, Andre. I love the idea of closed casket. Too often the cameraman is stuck on the dead instead of showing the congregation. Is uncalled for, in my opinion. I can't see the rest. 1 second. Just one view of those in the diaspora should be more than enough. Madeline Alexander says, some people just don't know how to keep their mouth shut when somebody asks them to. Shake my head. Whoa.
But the person did comply, They did comply. Because remember I said to you, there's a certain mode of transmission.
Right.
Right. So I said, don't go down that road.
Right.
And of course, the person used another mode.
It happens. Arthur just says, you all could say what you want, but it's the people who are going to decide the burial procedures. Arthur, not all the time. Some people do respect their family wishes.
Yes.
you know?
There's some things that are reasonable.
Right.
And some things that are not
Yes.
unreasonable. For example, when you say, don't put me on ice. Don't put me on ice.
not even
Sell by.
possible.
Yeah. How could you say, don't put you on ice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josie and Alexander Larcher says, good morning, River family. A blessed week to all. Elvin
Morning,
J.
Josie.
Team Workers is in the house. Eyes and,
As usual.
Good morning, Eldon. Patricia Benjamin says, morning, River family. So embarrassing. Tony was such a good soul. Sills Rub or Fiction says, good morning, Andre and Kina. Blessed day to you both. Put limes everywhere inside your home, all corners. It will chase them away.
Or the cockroaches.
The crawling insects.
Yeah, she's talking about
She
the cockroaches.
says, why some people are so wicked? The young man just passed away, and to do that to his family, the person will never go to heaven.
Well, they may repent one day.
They may repent. They might.
I just want to mention for Silton's Rub, you can call Silton at 716-8018.
Right.
716-8018. Give Silton a call to get some of her Silton's or C's Rub. 716-8018. One more time, 716-8018. Silton is a self-employed person, and I think she could do with the help, and that'd be very, very nice if she can sell her rubs. Okay?
I do agree. And they work really well. Let me tell you, I use it all the time. Whether I'm in pain or not, the moment I feel something, I use it. It works. And not only that, remember Snow? Snow got attacked by a dog. I used it on Snow as well, and it, closed the wound nicely. I didn't have to take her back to the vet. It
that's
literally
huge.
closed the wound.
That's huge.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It closed it.
At my
all of
age,
them.
I need some things closed. Let me go
Andre,
check
please.
Silton.
she delivers too. She could meet you somewhere, maybe in Castries or somewhere, and have it delivered. So just give her a call. It works. It
Yeah.
really, really.
Wow. Hey, but listen, that's pretty cool what you said there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snow had this one thing because it went to the vet, and I had to call back the vet and say, hey, something is happening. It's swelling a little bit. It happened in the night, and he was like, bring her tomorrow. But she was in pain. I was like, you know what? When I was younger, my mom always used to use that fixion. I mean, it's working on me. Sales rub is working. So I was like, let me try it. By the time I got up in the morning, that opened up. It brought it down, everything. And I was using it every other day. Closed that wound. Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's so cool. So Silton, keep it up, man.
Yeah,
Let me
man.
just give the number one more time.
Sure.
716-8018. 716-8018.
And not only that, it works on humans and on dogs too.
You sound like somebody saying terms and conditions apply.
It works. Trust me, it works. It works. It works. Moving on to the WhatsApp platform now. Somebody says, good morning, Rev-Up family. A blessed week to all. Someone else says, Andre, the government will call elections only after St. Jude is open. This is the highlight of their achievement, the jewel in their crown.
So somebody agrees.
Yeah, someone agrees. Someone else says, good morning, Andre and Kina. Hope all is well. Cremation has always been my form of my send-off after my death, with no service at all. Have a lovely day, from Charmaine.
All right, Charmaine. Yes. Seriously, I think moving forward, a lot of people will be turning to that mode
Yeah, man.
of quote unquote burial.
Burial.
Yeah, but I suspect what's going to happen is that, according to you, what happened was the cost will increase. I suspect that.
For cremation?
Yes, I suspect that because the amount of people will
No,
be
but if
asking
it's
for
cheaper, come on now. Don't
Well,
play
for
with
now.
us now. Y'all better not. don't go that. Leave it that price. Y'all know y'all have a habit when people are now,
Yeah.
purchasing something or whatever, bringing up the price just because. Nah, man, leave it that way. Leave it, please, I beg.
Yeah.
Someone else says, hi, Andre and Kina. I just want to say, keep up the amazing work. You both are doing a great job. And Tony, you are truly missed. And
Thank
happy
you.
birthday to me, Iphigenia.
Hey, Iphigenia celebrating
Happy
her birthday today?
birthday.
Hey,
Yes,
wow.
to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Iphigenia. Wishing you a
Aw.
great day today. One of my very good friends and also a huge fan of Rev-Up. You know what she did the other day? That was just so cool. She called the show, right? I think I had what's on your mind. She called the show early, and I had a topic that was a little sensitive, right? So
Right.
very few people want to go down that road. But nonetheless, I got quite a few calls. So I think it's like 10 minutes to 10. So I'm there kind of like waiting for the next call. And she called back and she said, I realized nobody's really calling, so I want to make sure now you can finish the show with a call. That was so cool.
Oh, I love her.
That was so
I
cool.
love her for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
thanks,
was so
Ivy.
cool.
That's cool. That's super cool. Someone else chimed in. Thanks for accepting my call. He says, where there are cockroaches, there are centipedes. Actually, Mr. Sylvester, I left my windows open for the whole of last week. I've been leaving them open and so on. You tell me go and look for cockroaches in my house. Pasha is a laugh at it. Why, my belly hurting? No, what happened was there are no cockroaches at my home.
I think Mr. Sylvester meant well.
Yeah,
I think
know.
now that we read it.
No, now that we read it, yeah, I know what he meant well. Like, you know what? I know that I don't have. So what you're trying to tell me is go and check my comments and thing, right? No, Mr. Sylvester, nah. No windows were open, so I think it came in and they recently cut the grass. Look, oh boy, I need to breathe. Anyways, let me continue. Someone else says, blessings Kina and Andre. I think it's very insensitive. He talk about cockroaches and I swear I took a smell.
That's what the person says.
No,
Oh.
no, sometimes, you're having a call, you're talking about something and then all of a sudden your mind just plays on you. So that's what happened. Someone else says, blessings, Kina and Andre. I think it's very insensitive and totally indiscreet to attend someone's funeral and pull out your phone to take photos to share, especially someone who is not related to you. And Andre, I really want to thank you for sharing the details with us. It really does help as we too are trying to grapple with that loss. May God continue to bless and strengthen you,
Yes.
Kina, and the rest of the
Thank
family.
you. Thank you. Who's
Thank
that?
you
Who's
so
that?
much. 1 second. CMG.
Okay, CMG.
Whoever
Thank you.
it is. Sales Rob says, thanks so much, Andrea and Kina, for the big ups. My rubs work well. They work on me. I have no pain. Okay, so Sil was she's the final person. Oh, somebody else says, greetings, Andre. Nice to see you cheerful.
Oh
And
yes.
that's
Oh yes.
coming from, I'm not sure who.
The you know the good book. Well, it's in the book of Proverbs.
Uh-huh.
Solomon says there's a time for everything, right? A time to laugh and a time to mourn. Okay, that's what he says. So there's a time for everything. So when
right.
is the time for me to cry? I will cry. Time for me to laugh? I will laugh. You understand? So when Friday comes along, that's another
Oh, that's another. Ooh, my word.
another kettle of fish there, right there. So that'll be the time to mourn. Okay.
I'll
So-
be your sidekick. I said that so you could laugh.
I think it's George Jones. He has another way of saying it. George Jones, the country singer.
Right,
He
right,
says,
right.
"I'll be your stepping stone."
Oh, I'll be your stepping stone anytime.
All right. So, Kina, you have Rev Up the Home
Rev
Run.
Up the Homegrown from
Coming up
11:30
next.
to 12:30, and at 12 p.m. Tori L is going to be in studio. She has
Tori L?
released a new single, "Rock with Me," and she'll be
Ah.
here. Yeah.
Okay, I find she's such a good singer.
Oh yes, she is.
She has a beautiful voice.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Beautiful too.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I think I saw a pic of her. She looked like she was pregnant.
Oh yeah, she recently had a baby.
Ah,
Yeah. So
all
we'll
right,
talk
all right.
about that too.
So
Yeah,
congratulations,
she'll be
congratulations. So what time is she coming here?
12 p.m.
12 o'clock. Well, I
So
may
she'll
be
be
around.
here.
I may be
Oh,
around to
you'll
see
get
who
to
she
see her
is.
finally.
Yeah, I play her music all the time. I just didn't know
Yeah.
who she was. So she lives in St. Lucia?
Yeah, she does. She lives
Wow,
over here.
that kind of talent,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, man.
She.
She's so talented. We have so many talented individuals in St. Lucia. And like I've been saying, and we have been saying, there's a reason why we're actually doing Rev Up the Homegrown, the program. And we need to support our own.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yes. So that's coming up at midday today.
Yes.
So Rev Up the Homegrown is going to be coming up in just a moment. And part of Rev Up the Homegrown would include that interview with
With
Toriel.
Toriel, yeah.
Yeah, wow. And I'm sure Zen this week as well. Zen will be bringing in quite a
Yes,
few of
quite
the
a few of them as well.
local artists.
Yes.
So, folks, you're going to have Zen the DJ live with you this afternoon. He's going to be in
The
studio.
whole week.
Yes, the entire week.
Oh, my word. I'm so excited. Yeah. And I think the listeners are too. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's coming up in just a moment. Rev Up the Homegrown. And anything else coming up?
Find out why loneliness is now recognized as a serious health problem, both mental and physical. So the WHO have weighed in on it and saying that loneliness is a serious health problem. I'm going to be touching on that as well. And there's good news for fathers in a child's life. Playing with your child helps strengthen the child's brain, improving cognitive, emotional, and social skills. So if you're a father, Andre, playing with your daughter, and fathers out there, your children, it's very, very important that you are strengthening your child's brain by playing with them.
Wow.
So I'm going to touch on that as well. Coke Zero, a lot of people
Yes.
figure Coke Zero, I'm going to switch to that route because it has less sugar. Don't let that fool you. It does have sugar in it. So research is now raising questions as to why, you should not go that route either. And what happens when children take on adult responsibilities too early? I'll touch on that as well.
Oh, well, a lot of our parents and grandparents went for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking on responsibilities that they should not have taken on at that early age. Yeah, because you had the stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go and tie the cow. That was
so
one of
many
them. Go
other
tie the
things,
cow.
yeah.
Go milk the
Yeah.
cow. Yeah. My grandmother used to tell me that's what used to happen. They'd keep them. They're supposed to get to classes, and they'd be late.
I Maui Bifla.
Yeah, that's what they had to do.
I wonder if some of them ever just went and dropped the cow.
I think our grandparents' parents didn't really see the value of an education. I don't think they really knew it. Right? It's now this has changed.
Now a lot has changed.
Yeah, I think maybe the experience from our grandparents' perspective when they were kept away from school, maybe they knew what it felt like and they didn't like it. So
Yeah.
now they're telling the children, hey, and encourage as best as possible, and they stop the practice of keeping them away from school for those house
And
chores.
even with now modern day society, we have parents still having their older children taking on responsibility that they themselves as parents should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really thinking about it. You think, okay, you're in the house, you're a lot older, take care of your brother, go do this, wash the dishes, go clean outside. Da, 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 da. Some of the things that you should be doing, but what you're actually doing is weighing them down mentally, and you're affecting their well-being in the long run because you're giving them responsibilities that shouldn't be their own. Yeah, so
like taking care of a little sibling.
yes.
I've seen that already, where you have two little children about to cross the street. You have
Yeah.
one that's a little older, holding the other little one. Boy, that is so moving to see that.
Yes, it
Right?
is.
And I mean, thank God we have a society at least that understands those things. They would stop
They would stop
and
right.
allow the children to cross.
But that's a huge responsibility for a child.
the little one doing it. Now, sometimes before you go, you do some research, you'll find out now mothers at work,
Yes.
single parent, all those things,
Yeah.
and the kids that have to take on. So
Yes,
you're right. That's a very good. That's
one way you figure, okay, I'm teaching my child independence, but that in itself, just imagine you as a parent having to hold your child's hand and cross the street and having your minor do
Your
that.
minor
That's a
doing-
huge responsibility, and the weight of doing that every day, even though they come and say, "Mommy, so and so and so," but still, it's affecting them mentally in ways that you may not be aware of. Yeah, so we'll talk about that, and I'll also explore everyday kindness and how positive self-talk, because we hear that a lot, can genuinely shift our mindset.
All right. So like interesting stuff. So folks, Skinner's going to be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. From 3, we'll be having Zen the DJ live. I want to stress that. Live in studio. So here's your chance to either call him up or maybe send him a text message or something. And so he'll be here live until 5.
Yeah.
Then from 5 o'clock, I return, God willing. I say God willing, you never know. I return at 5 to be the sort of helper, if you will, for Powell Politic with Mary Polius from 5 until 6. That little show is picking up steam so quickly, it's not funny. Wow. To have that although it's about politics, but to have the Creole at that time of the afternoon, that is just so cool.
And not only that, you're going to learn a lot from her beyond just politics. She's so quite comfortable with the Creole language.
Yes.
Yeah, she's always been, and that's what I love about her,
All right, so folks, stand by now for that's coming up in just a moment. Rev Up the Homegrown. So this has been Hard Drive for today. Thanks for listening and thanks for viewing. The show brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Paradise, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Seafood Wednesday nights continue every Wednesday night at the Mangrove at JJ's Paradise. Come get your seafood boil, grilled lobster, grilled fish, seafood Alfredo, seafood kebabs, and seafood pizza. Side dishes include seasoned rice, mashed potato, and tossed salad. Remember to always check JJ's Paradise at the Mangrove Marigo Bay for Seafood Wednesday nights. A special treat awaits you at JJ's Paradise.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
Rev-Up St. Lucia is located at Unit 4, Gablewoods Mall, Sunny Acres, Castries, St. Lucia. Tune in on 95.9 FM or online at revupslu.com. Call the studio at 572-9710 or WhatsApp 287-0971. Call the office at 572-0383.